Hello, Shalom Ola. This is One Sacred Dragon, aka Reverend Travis. I'm here making predictions for 2008. Last year I was on YouTube and I made some predictions that came true. This year I'm giving it another shot as I'm a psychic for a living. I've been doing this for 20 years. And so I'm here hoping that some of my predictions this evening on January 7, 2008 will manifest this year. One of the first topics I'd like to talk about is President Bush, as I feel Mr. Bush has way too many problems right now, and he has way too many burdens. He's trying to get away with too many things he can't. Obviously, his relationship with Saudi Arabia is failing, and I see Saudi Arabia pulling money or properly even property out this year and getting out of the United States along with China. I feel that whatever Mr. Bush has planned for Iraq will not manifest, and that's the oil pipeline or whatever else they're doing there. I feel that they're going to have a problem with the military regime that's there now that's not American, and we're going to see a turn in that country getting stronger for themselves, but it doesn't mean that we're going to get anything out of it. Overall, for 2008, I see sadness for Mr. Bush, and I feel too on some level that there could be a family hardship for him. One that could be with his wife, the other could be with a family member who could have marital problems or be getting divorced. As we're having problems in Iraq, and we seem to be failing there, and we definitely want our troops home. Let's support our troops and bring them home, because there's no victory in dying over oil. And as we see that, and as we start to pull the troops out, and the Congress wants these troops out, I feel our president's going to get us involved in Iran, and that should manifest by this summer. Also, a lot of talk right now on the planet about a meteor hitting Mars. I don't think it's going to happen. And if it does, I don't really feel any cause and effect from that. This isn't the end of the world. And I don't see anything globally, or galactically affecting us this year in a negative way. Galactically, we're at a point to where we've had earthquakes here. We've had a lot of human catastrophes here on this planet. As we enter 2008, we're going to become more conscious of galactical problems. And that's going to be, sun flares to satellite problems to asteroids. There will be an earthquake in the universe, in the galactical universe between now and 2012, as we prepare to enter the fifth dimension in 2012. This year being a one cycle, the whole planet's on a new cycle right now. Thank God we have the angel Ariel here, which means there will definitely be some more angelic sightings coming up here and information on angelic beings and Yahweh himself and the manifestation of spirit. But we're also going to be finding more ET information this year, and that will progress for the next 24 months until 2012 when it really hits. I feel that there's more and more information coming out this year that's going to validate what I'm saying here, that's going to be a living testimony that there's life outside this planet. Also, we look at our United States this year for terrorism. We haven't had anything since 9/11, thank God. And as I'm hoping we won't have any, as a psychic, I'm feeling that there could be another attack in 2008. If it's not in New York, it'll be in Chicago. It's definitely in Northern America. And I feel this time they're definitely wanting to hit the financial district again. It feels like possibly Al-Qaeda could be involved in this, along with another group. And I see an American man being involved with this time, and he's going to be a younger man. And I also see an older woman connected with him. I feel they would get caught, they would be arrested, and this hopefully would be stopped. But we'll see. Like I said, I do see some problems there. And I kind of feel as long as New York has Al-Qaeda members in prison there, it's like having a bad luck voodoo doll there, because Al-Qaeda will always go back and try to do something. As long as we have those people in prison there, we might as well just execute them, make them martyrs, and be done with them. That's Travis's personal opinion here. Looking also at terrorism, this year we see that Hamas is having a difficult time with Israel. Israel's having a difficult time with Hamas. And I feel that there's going to be some more separation in the next 45, 60 days there with these people. And I don't see peace coming in the Middle East this year. I see that Israel is holding their ground, but the people they're dealing with are so arrogant, preoccupied with their own egos, and they're not being spiritually conscious with their reactions. I see they want to have Israel either give up some land or move the wall, and that's going to be a big topic this year in Israel. And some of this activity seems to be happening in March and then again during the summer solstice. Coming back to America, we have a writer's strike going on in California, up in Hollywood. And I talked to some of my friends in the industry end of last year, and I thought for sure to be done by December, but I was wrong. So I'm making a prediction here today that will be resolved by the spring equinox. What I do feel is that within the next 30 days, which puts us about the second week of February, there should be some resolution and conversation and negotiation. And then at that point, the wheels will start to turn again and everything will be wrapped up by March. Talking about a new president. I really hope Hillary gets it because I'm in favor of Clinton. When Clinton was in power, we had good money. The economy was good. Hillary's a great woman. She's been around for a long time. She's very smart with politics as well as with money. But I do feel there could be a problem for her sustaining herself as a presidential candidate for whatever reason. It might even be her own choice and decisions from being oversensitive from some of the stuff that goes on in politics. But I do see that Edwards has a great chance of winning the presidency, and I am predicting a Democratic president, which we need, which I'm hoping for. I talked a little bit about Saudi Arabia and China. Definitely at some point, there's some issues with these people this year that will make it more challenging for us because our deficit's so big. And I feel that with all the countries we've helped that are now pulling their resources from us, it is another clear sign of who we can trust and who we cannot trust as Americans. And I'm hoping our government will make the right steps to correct some of this and to prevent this from happening again. It seems like we have strange bedfellows in this country when it comes to money. Looking at celebrities, though, for 2008, I'm going to make a prediction that Paris Hilton will be engaged or married this year. I'm also predicting that Jim Brown could have some health problems this year, but it shouldn't be anything major. And I also see him coming out in another picture this year that should do something for him. Yeah, and he's been around. I just saw him in a movie called Sucker Free, which I thought was a very small role for him. He was a great athlete. He's a great man, and I'm hoping his career will heighten itself even at his age this year in 2008. I see some of the old bands coming back. This could be Creedence Clearwater. This could be Eric Burdon, things of that nature. But bands like that nature could be resurfacing in 2008. I definitely see a shift with some of the productions coming up here. We're going to see more. I think we're going to see more documentary, more real kind of based movies or documentaries, movies that are based on actual factual people this year. And I also feel that Hollywood has done a very good job as far as preparing us for the future. They used to have TV shows about going to the moon, thinking we'd never go to the moon. We've been there, done that. We had Total Recall when we were going to Mars. Now we're doing that. So you can bet anything that Hollywood has made within the past few years, as well as what's coming up for the next couple years, will be very close to the truth for what we will be experiencing in 2012. As we're in this one cycle now on the planet, we have the angel Ariel ruling the planet. We're all becoming more spiritually enlightened again. We're receiving more information. We're showing that we need to have our hope and faith in God and Spirit. And we're going to be shown through different events on the planet that Spirit's alive and well. Angelic communication should be manifesting this year in some way, somehow, so that the public can get that information and know that Spirit is here working. And I also feel, too, that there will be some ancient artifacts found this year in the Middle East that will come to surface to the world that have been hidden for years, and some of this could be Christ connected. Also, I kind of feel on some level Robert Downey Jr. will be doing very well this year, and I see that he could be coming out with another new movie that will escalate him to a higher position in acting. The last one that came out for him, I'm not sure how it's doing. I'm really not up with TV and news, so I'm really doing this more like off the cuff without any research. This is just straight psychic predictions here this evening. But I do see him coming out with more movie rather than TV series. Also, too, I feel that on some level we have agricultural problems this year. We're having problems with food again this year, E. coli, and that's going to be another issue. People could also talk about the bird flu again this year. It could be resurfacing over in Asia, but I still don't see that to be a problem for us. I feel here in America our biggest problem is finances,